When I walk through.
What's up, straight shooters? It's your girl Juan. Welcome to Straight Up TV Talk, where we give zero about your feels, and baby, we tell it like it is. Thank you for joining. It's Tuesday, July 4th, and I want to talk about this mother from Atlanta, Georgia, shooting her son, if y'all can call her that. Yeah, you heard right. But before I do that, I need to give y'all my disclaimer. As always, over here at Straight Up TV Talk, I report on trending topics, celebrity news, gossip, music, and whatever else I feel like. However, keep in mind that stories are always developing. So if someone has not been tried or convicted in a court of law, it's all alleged. Now, I'm going to give you my opinion on whatever the subject is, and I'm going to give it to you straight. Might tell a little joke or two. So if you got tender feelings, this might not be the channel for you, because over here, like I said, we give zero about your feels, baby, and we just tell it like it is. Regardless, though, mama still love you. Mwah. All right, so a mother from Atlanta, Georgia, has reportedly shot her 17-year-old son several times in the heat of an argument about a video game console. What the? Lord, a video game? Not the video game. This incident occurred in Atlanta, Georgia several days ago, and her name is Jaquana Butler. Y'all see her? A mess. She's 34 years old, and she's now booked in the Fulton County Jail. She faces charges of aggravated assault, reckless conduct, and cruelty to children. The sad thing is, though, as if the shooting her own son wasn't sad enough, is that this wasn't the beginning of her criminal record. WSB TV first reported on this story, and they allege that police officers responded to a call at a Southwest Atlanta apartment complex where they found a 17-year-old with multiple gunshot wounds. Now, the details are scarce, but from what police could gather, an argument had begun regarding an unspecified video game console. Paramedics quickly took the child to Grady Memorial Hospital for treatment, but his current condition remains unknown. I've not seen where they've released the young boy's name, most likely because he is a minor. So remember I said, this wasn't that old bull mouth sorry excuse for a mother's first time being in trouble with the law, right? Let's talk about it. Well, in the past 13 years, she's been charged with several crimes: reckless conduct, abandonment of a child, forgery, aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Additionally, police arrested her for aggravated battery, armed robbery, false report of a crime, weapon possession, and child abuse. Baby, this heifer is deep in the streets, and she looks like the streets, okay? Now, in 2016, she was charged with battery family violence. In 2019, she was found guilty as a first offender of 4 counts of second-degree child cruelty and child cruelty by causing excessive physical or mental pain. The judge sentenced her to 6 years on probation. That's it. 6 funky years of probation, y'all, not jail time. Now, like I told you a few moments ago, she was charged with second-degree child abuse cruelty. Let's talk about what that is before we get back to this piece of trash. So second-degree child abuse refers to a parent or guardian, their willful failure to provide the food, clothing, or shelter that a child needs for their basic welfare, which then results in serious physical harm to the child. Or it could also refer to knowingly or intentionally committing an act that is likely to cause serious physical or mental harm to the child, even if the child is not actually harmed. And finally, under that umbrella, it can also mean knowingly or intentionally doing something that is considered to be cruel to a child. In this case, cruel means anything brutal, inhumane, sadistic, or tormenting. Penalties for child abuse in the second degree include up to 10 years in prison for the first offense and up to 20 years in prison for all second and subsequent convictions. Now, she was a first-time offender, but they gave her 6 years of probation, okay? Hell no. Hell no. Somebody should have protected this child. I maybe would have agreed with that 6 years if she hadn't had any priors before the child abuse charges. Maybe. Okay, so let's look at the timeline. Her record began 13 years ago, okay? This young man is 17 today. So that means He was 4 years old when all of her shenanigans started: reckless conduct, abandonment of a child, forgery, aggravated assault. Uh, and then, like I said, she was arrested for armed robbery, false report of a crime, weapon possession, and child abuse. Then in 2016, she was charged with battery, family violence. Okay, 3 years later, she was found guilty as the first offender of 4 counts of second-degree child cruelty and child cruelty by causing excessive physical or mental pain. They should have been locked her ass up. I mean, just what in the absolute hell is going on? Where is CPS? Why was this child not protected? Everyone around this young man seems to have failed him. And family of this young man, I'm talking to y'all too. Where were y'all at? Somebody had to know that this child needed to be in a better environment. The damage that's been done to this young man, aside from the physical abuse, I mean, goodness, being shot by his own mom, no less, is horrid. I'm really interested, though, to see what the penalty will be for this woman, this piece of trash. All right, this is just despicable. Well, relative to this incident, many are now talking about how video games may strongly correlate with other violent incidents. And straight shooters, when I began researching this, I have to say, I didn't realize just how many violent incidents have occurred, that involve video games. I mean, damn, I was really shocked. Okay. 16 years ago in Cleveland, October 2007, Daniel Petrie killed his mother and shot his father because they took the Halo 3 video game. He was 16 at the time. Fast forward to almost a year ago, in Wisconsin, December 2022, a 10-year-old killed his mother because she wouldn't buy a virtual reality handset. Excuse me, a virtual reality headset. Okay, so many of y'all may even recall this story because at first the police believed that the death was accidental. However, members of the child's family soon began to raise concerns. The boy claimed he was playing with the gun and it went off, but his aunt went to authorities with troubling details. The child's aunt told officials that he had the key to his mother's lockbox, which contained the gun. He also told the aunt that he pointed the gun at his mom. And then, allegedly he showed no remorse during his confession to his family. The morning after he gunned his mother down, he logged into her Amazon account and ordered the Oculus virtual reality headset that she had previously told him she would not purchase. He also has physically attacked his 7-year-old cousin, did it that same day actually, while staying with relatives. WISN TV 12 also added that the child's 26-year-old sister told police that her brother had rage issues all his life and that he was seeing a therapist who gave him a concerning diagnosis. At 4 years old, he had grabbed the dog by the tail and swung it around until it whimpered in pain. 6 months ago, he filled the balloon with a flammable liquid and set it on fire, which caused an explosion in their Wisconsin home. So because of his behavioral history and the therapist's input, the mother had installed cameras in the family home. Those cameras were recently unplugged upon hearing the family's claims. Wisconsin police interviewed the boy again. That time he admitted to aiming the gun at his mother to scare her. Okay, now fast forward to just several months ago in January of 2023 in Mexico City. A Mexican boy who was 10 years old, y'all, shoots another child dead after losing a video game. And then just a couple of months ago in Cincinnati, March 2023, a 22-year-old brother shoots and kills his 21-year-old sister over a video game, and that was in Cincinnati. There have been several more fatalities, y'all, that have been reported regarding violence and video games. I want to hear what y'all think. Do you think that video games play a huge role in violence? Do y'all have kids that play video games? Do you limit the time that you let your kids play video games if you have kids? Talk to me, straight shooters. Y'all know that last month was Gun Violence Awareness Month. So, a lot of these stories resurfaced again, but I want to hear what y'all think. Do you think that there's any correlation here with video games and violence? And then, as it relates to our original topic about this mother shooting her son, what do you think her sentence should be? Do you believe the system failed this young man? And what do you think could have been done to prevent this horrific incident? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments, straight shooters. Just no feelings were hurt during the recording of this video, and just in case, give me some sugar. Mwah! Mama still loves you. Thank you for tuning in. Please like and share. Please subscribe if you don't have commitment issues, and I will see you next time. Love you.
When I walk through, I got sauce too, gang with that gang, check my ring.